Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. My name's Simon. This is my daily Bitcoin price action analysis. Happy Friday to you all. Hope you're well. Hope you've all had a fantastic week and you're looking forward to the weekend ahead. Before I get straight into the price action, just want to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor, but hopefully you'll enjoy the content because it might be fun and should be informative. So diving straight in here before your very eyes, you can see CME on the weekly, and there's the weekly candle for CME. Whoa, which is going to close in 37 minutes. So it's likely to look for something very similar to that, which is not what I would describe as bullish. But there you go. That happens, right? You can't go up straight up forever. You've always got to have a pullback to define an uptrend. It's got to have ups and downs to be an uptrend. Same as a downtrend, just the other way around. Anyway, talking rubbish. So, talking about talking rubbish, let's jump on to my Bybit chart, which has got 2 days before it closes. And so a bit of time for Bitcoin to do something. So to have a look at it in a bit more detail, just jump straight down to the 4 hour. And you can see, I did my video around here yesterday. I was talking about this. I had this trend line, which was identifying these lower highs. And I thought there was a break here, which to me looked like a change in character. But it was, as I said, it was only the early etchings of a change in character. And the significant thing that I would need to see before I can say that this is now going into a lower time frame uptrend is the all-important higher low. I hear you all shouting at me. I haven't got it yet, but, and this is the blue line that I put sort of, which is midpoint between the overall range, 50%, and the bottom. And the reason I put that there is if Bitcoin doesn't put in a higher low above that blue line or around the blue line, then it's not going to. So it'll either then retest the low and probably have some sort of bounce or bust on through. And I'll give you some food for thought if it does bust on through in a moment. Shall I do it now? Yeah, I'll do it now. So if I've got my pessimistic hat on, hang on, I'll just go and get it. Where did I? It's around here somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. It's invisible at the moment because it only becomes visible if this happens. Okay, so I've got my invisible pessimistic hat on, and what I'm going to do is something that, I don't know, you might find interesting. So that's a measuring tool with a halfway point. And then get a horizontal line, stick it at the bottom, make it full. Sorry to bore you. And then another measuring tool. I mean, you might not be bored, but if I was watching someone doing this on a chart, I'd probably be a bit bored. I'd be like, why didn't you do that before? Why didn't you do it before you recorded the video? And they would have a good point. And then I'll make that one. Wait, come back. I'll make that one dashed. So I've got 2 lines here now. What in the name of Zelda is going on? Now, before you all tar me as a gaming nerd, I've never actually played The Legend of Zelda, but it's so famous that I know about it, because I'm not a gamer at all. Anyway, I managed to talk rubbish throughout that rather torturous creation. Anyway, all I've done is take this range and duplicate it directly below there. The reason I've done that is it picks out this high nicely, which was effectively this range high prior to the breakout. and it also picks out the kind of mid-range, not mid-range, mid-move consolidation highs. So makes sense to me, and it also coincidentally is the same size as the range I've got up here. Right, stop rambling, Simon. Get to the point. So the point I'm making very inarticulately is, if I've got my invisible pessimistic hat on, which I have, promise, it is there, then if what I've said about this change of character is rubbish, which it might be, I mean, it's not rubbish, but I think you know what I mean. If Bitcoin decides to continue going down and doesn't get support at 59,000, it's probably going to have to wait for a little while to find some more support, and that's likely to be around 53,000. So by my maths, that's 59 to 53, $6,000. If it doesn't get support there, this is probably way into the future, even if it continues to pull back. Then 47,000. So anyway, there we are. That's enough of that. I'm going to take my invisible pessimistic hat off, and I'm just going to put it over there, miles away, because probably won't need it. And let's come back to something a bit more realistic. Now, as I've been saying for a while, I'm going to get rid of the pessimistic lines. Go on, disappear. Wow, away with you. Now, as I've been saying for quite some time, so longer that Bitcoin can be held up in this range above 59,000, the better it is for continuation to the upside in the long term. Now, who knows how long? So if it does that, then it's going to range along here. Now, it might not be exactly there. It might come down a bit further, or it might make a little bit of a new all-time high. But if it basically stays within this, what is it? It's 59.74. I mean, it's $15,000 range, for goodness sake. So if it can stay within that massive range for long enough, it will break out the top. And the reason for that is that still by far the overriding trend is up. This is an established bull market, which you can see when you look at the weekly on the weekly trend. This is a bear market. Resolution occurred here. This is a bull market. And for that to cease to be, Bitcoin would have to, in my humble opinion, 35,000 would have to come all the way back down to 35,000, in my humble opinion, for this to no longer be a bull market. So, all of this lower time frame stuff is just that, and it doesn't change the overall picture for Bitcoin. And the even bigger picture, which is the cycles picture, which has been the case since 2011, I think, on Bitstamp. Let's just double check. When does it go back to? 2011, 2012, 2011. The overall is 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down, year and a half up. So, it seems likely that there's another year and a half of up to go, and we're well into a bull market. It's well into price to the upside. Anyway, gone off piste a bit there. Didn't really mean to start talking about cycles. But just coming back to the 4 hour, it's kind of the same areas. So if this blue line does hold, then that, and price turns back up. Definitely if it gets back above the midpoint, which is 66,000 on a 4 hour, that is then very clearly a higher low, and that'll likely be the impetus for more upside, probably back up to somewhere near the current all-time high. All right, that'll do. That was nearly 11 minutes because I went off piste a bit talking about Bitcoin cycles, so I apologize for that. Anyway, have a great Friday evening, whatever's left of it for you. If you've enjoyed it, do me a favor, like and subscribe. And if you haven't enjoyed it, don't come back tomorrow because I'll be doing it all again. All right, take care.